Hello everyone out there in the real world, welcome back to my Lego world and welcome to Daly's Bricks. Okay, so thank you for joining me on today's video, guys. Before we do the video, please can I ask, if you haven't already, why not? Please subscribe to this channel and also give us a big thumbs up and like this video. If you haven't as well, please head on over to Instagram and like and follow us and say hi at Dailies_bricks. So let's get to today's video, and this is video 3 of our haunted house build. Haunted house build? It's not a haunted house build, it's the haunted mountain build. Sorry, featuring the haunted house on the top. Okay, so we're gonna do this. You might be thinking, oh, I'm so sick of this haunted hill, just get it done already. Well, guess what? Today is gonna be the last video. We're gonna have it pretty much 95% done, and then that's it. No more videos on this exact topic, guys. Okay, if you have enjoyed it, thank you very much. If I bored you, sorry. Okay, so let's get cracking. So here we are. I had a play around with it. I used a few of the different pieces, as you can see here, a bit more closer up, and I think it's worked quite well. What we've got now is, if I compare here, you got one burp that's had no work done on it, and then this one here that's had lots of little different things just randomly added and clicked on. What happens now is, rather than just being a flat face here, you've now got bits of it sticking out at different kind of depths. You've got kind of little indents in, as you can see. This whole gap here has actually been filled in, and I think it just makes it now look a bit more of a rugged kind of mountain face that over time has been worn and been kind of eroded away, is the right word, from the weather and elements. So I think this looks quite good now, and that's my opinion anyway. Going into the Lego City, if we can do this to a lot of the other rock faces, these burps, it'll stand out a lot more and work a lot more. Another thing what I was just thinking is, I've got quite a few flower ends like this, or green ones just like this, and although it is a haunted hill, it would have at times little bits of greenery on it. I guess things like moss and stuff might grow from it, so I might add occasionally a little bit of greenery like the flowers and stuff there, just to again add a little bit of character to it. I think a little bit of colour wouldn't be too bad, because otherwise it's going to just be massive grey kind of hill. So I think that works quite well. Now I'm not going to follow this pattern with everyone, otherwise then we just get back to something that looks very uniform and like this, but with more depth. So sometimes I might leave this gap bit in, sometimes I might not fill it all the way up, and there's the same with these. It might be coming off a little bit less at different angles, so whereas this one's facing against this one here, sometimes I might not even put anything in and just put a tile there, or sometimes it'll face the other way and whatnot. So I think that works quite well. Now comes the joy of having to do this about, I think about 25-26 times over, just on the front alone. So we'll do that, and then we're going to see how the rest of it looks, guys. Exciting times. Here we are so far with the hill build. We've done a lot of decorating here. As you can see now, it just looks hugely different. If you see, this is what they all look like beforehand, all the burps. very uniform and flat, and then has a lot of the stud showing. And then this is what we've been working on here for the last couple of hours. It's been quite fun. It's quite nice not to be following a kind of design in the booklet for a change, and just doing my own thing, and then just sticking bits in and seeing how it goes. It's quite an interesting process, because how I did this was, like I said, I built the wall and then decided it was going to be easier if I just build up the burps individually, and then bring them up and replace them in the city. Now the good thing with that is, obviously, it meant I wasn't knocking other things around here, but the downside was kind of sometimes you make a formation, a rock formation, and then it just won't interconnect and you need to move things and stuff. But hey ho, I think these are looking really good now. This is now transformed really from looking very uniformed and like that to now more, I'm going to say that word again, rugged rockscape. I've had a little bit of greenery at times and stuff as well, just to break up the pattern of the dark bluish grey. But I don't want to put too much greenery on, because it is obviously for the haunted house, the haunted hill we calling it. We need a better name for it, but it kind of just gives that hint is that there could be life here. So yeah, I'm really liking how this looks. If I just zoom in a little bit, lots of just different little inverted and slopes used in lots of different little formations, different sizes. One or two are faded bricks, but I think that actually works quite well. As you can see right in the middle there, I think that kind of works really well. You know, it breaks down that normal dark bluish grey with that kind of slightly faded. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has gone. I really like it. No set pattern to it, just chuck things together and see how it works. As you might see, we've started getting there 2 arches. Now they're not 100% how they're going to look. I am going to change them later on in this video, but for now we're just going to keep them like they are literally reference points for where the tunnels go, and I've made sure the train, more importantly, goes in and out of them. As you can see, this tunnel here is not even connected on this side, just because I'm waiting for 1 or 2 of the parts to come to connect it all together and make it that a lot more better and sturdier. And then, like I said, we'll completely make the tunnel arches a lot better, and have the top covered over as well to make it a lot more stronger. But so far, I'm really pleased with how this is going. I think it looks fantastic, and as you come into the Lego City, it'll definitely be one of those points where it just boom, just hits you, hopefully, and it'll look great looking over the city, I guess, kind of thing. So yeah, guys, really happy with it so far. Alright, so as you've seen, we've got some really great work, or I think it's great, sorry if that sounds too big-headed, done on the actual mountainside itself, building up those burps and trying to make it look as kind of varied as possible. Now we need to do the tunnel, and I kind of fear that I should have probably started with this. So, but hey ho, this is a learning experience. And it's only Lego, it all sticks back together, doesn't it? So we're going to build a tunnel. Now we're going to build it using these arches, and then we use a lot of kind of dark bluish grey 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x3s, all sorts. And then we need to make a top for the tunnel. We're going to start using these plates and then build up there so it looks like a mountainscape, and like the tunnel's being built into this mountain. So I'm going to start doing that, and then we'll see how it's finished. Now you might think, well, you're using black arches there, and everything else is this dark bluish grey colour. Simple reason is that I'm going to build up a few arches, and I've got these ones spare. And the idea is these will be in the actual kind of depth of the mountain, so you won't really see these. Well, you won't see these at all, and because it'll be that dark, hopefully in the mountain, you won't see them at all anyway. So it doesn't matter what colour they are. Obviously, preferably they stay dark and not like a bright luminous yellow or something. But yeah, so these will be absolutely fine. The arches closer to the front, I'll make sure they're kind of this dark bluish grey colour, so they blend seamlessly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world if there was a different shade, like a light bluish grey or something like that, or even black, because in theory you would use maybe different support beams and colours and things like that to make a tunnel. I don't know, I'm not in a real life tunnel expert, I'm just making it out of Lego. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with that. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll take it from there. It is literally just now a bit of a play around and see what works, guys. Okay, so here we have a tunnel build, really. So this is what I've done. I've used those arches. As you can see, the black arches are now on the inside, and then it all looks completely grey. Oh, whoopsie. And that now looks completely dark bluish grey on the front. There's been a lot of different bricks used just because of whatever I've got to hand, really, I've tried to use. So there's a lot of little 1x1 plates, 2x1s, 1x1 bricks, 2x1 bricks, all sorts really, just to help it. But I think it kind of works. I think it kind of seems like quite a sturdy structure that's going to stay together before I smash it, I guess. So yeah, the idea is at the top here, I'm going to put some little hazard signs, obviously, as it is going to be functional for the train going round. It kind of seems like that's what would happen in everyday life, and I've got a few kind of hazard signs anyway to make people aware that they shouldn't go through the tunnel. Chances are if you go through, you might end up in a bit of an accident. So yeah, that's the plan there. Now what I need to do is build on the top. So I caught it there just before it fell. Built a little bit of base on the top there. So what I want to do is, obviously I don't want that to be flat like that, although you won't see it from this angle, unless you're hanging from my ceiling, which I don't know why people would do. Maybe. You won't really see it, but I still want to give it that feeling that it is built in to an actual mountain. So what I'm going to do now is, with my burps, I'm going to place it on the top here somewhere and then build this burp up. So again, it gives it that kind of jagged, rugged rock effect. Build on that on up, so then I can place this into the mountainscape itself, and then check that it looks okay. Basically, I nearly said there, check that the train goes through. I already know the train goes through because I've measured the height, and I've also been quickly up into the room to make sure that this is tall enough for the city train. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I'll probably just put a little like number on of which train it is. You've seen which one it is anyway, the light city high speed white train or whatever you call it. I don't know. That's our tallest train that we have, and it's also got the biggest turn and curve, I guess, because of the size of that ridiculously big nose on the front. So if that goes through this tunnel, and then when I build the other tunnel, then fantastic. That means it's going to work. So this is very much prototype 1. Hopefully prototype 1 and the only one I need to do. Can even get this in the city or in the mountain, sorry, and then can crack on with the next one and really get towards the end of this project, which we are very close to doing. Okay, so here we have the arch finished. I'm just propping it up with the Lego submarine set of a deep explorer behind it there. I didn't totally just buy just for this cool hammerhead shark, if you can see that. Yeah, I didn't totally just buy this set just because of that hammerhead shark. I mean, I don't even know if we're ever going to have an underwater area or anything in our city, but I couldn't pass up getting a hammerhead shark. I mean, it is cool. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked from what this video is, and it's probably already going to be long enough, this video anyway. But here, I just wanted to show you how this burp looks now on top. And I'm not saying this is the finished way this burp's going to look, and that's how the rock's going to look on the top. It's just they're the pieces I had to hand, so I put those together just for now. It's like anything with this rock mountain face, as time goes on, as we get more pieces and different pieces, it might change and evolve and stuff like that. But for now, I'm really happy with how that looks. Really happy with how the arch looks. As you can see, I think I might have said earlier on, I can't remember now, it was that long ago, because not that I've been doing this all day, I've been doing it through parts of the day really. As you can see, it's flat at the back here. Now that works to the advantage on the side this is going to go in, because it'll actually just slot right up there, so I don't need to do anything back here, which is fantastic. This will sit nice and snugly against the table of the little shelf, as you saw, and then this will connect into the rest of the mountain. So it's worked absolutely perfectly. Now we've just got to put it in, and then hope and pray it all works well, which it should do. Let's just see, guys. And here we are. Great news. The mountain is pretty much finished now. We've got both the tunnels in, so tunnel 1 and tunnel 2 is now fully in, and most of that landscaping on the actual hill to make it look like it's a rugged mountain is in place now. There's a few bits and pieces that are a bit exposed and still need doing, but I'm gonna say that this is the last video on this. I might point out things in future videos when I'm doing city updates and stuff that I might have changed on this, but majority of this is now pretty much done. As you can just see here, the side bit down here still needs doing, but you know what, that's for another day, another time, and certainly not another video. Sorry guys if I've bored you on this project, but I'm just so happy with how this looks now. I think it's a real eye-hitting piece for our city now, and I think it's actually a great use of this end of the table, because anyone with a track layout will know how much that loop takes in. And there's not much you can do with it, so I think doing this and then having, you know, the house, the haunted house at the top there, just makes it look like a great scene. As you can see there, I've just zoomed out. So we've got the tunnel 1 there with hazard signs going in, and then a second tunnel just over there. Still needs those hazard signs in. I'm waiting for some pieces to come so I can fix that on, but that's not the end of the world. It's all functional, it's all working now. So the workmen there are going to be moving out of this part of the city and to the next part of the city. Before I take you for a bit of a close-up, it'd be rude not to get the train going, would it? So let's just zoom out a little bit and let's get this train going round, eh? Not too fast, just so you can see. It's going to come into tunnel 2 here, goes around nice and smoothly, and then comes out very close to the arch here. But hey, it works, and as we've always said, this is the widest nose turning train that we have, so if it works for that one, it works absolutely fine. It's going to just come in again here. We'll just watch it come in again, and then if you see, yeah, nice and easy clear, and that's heading on round, so that is fantastic. So let's go in for a little bit of a closer look just before we finish it off. But sorry for the shaky cam now, we are on handheld, so let's just have a little bit closer look. So here is tunnel 1. What I'm thinking is I might see if you guys got any suggestions for names for the tunnels, instead of just calling it tunnel 1 and tunnel 2. You guys got any suggestions for the tunnels? We've got the hazard signs here, as I said. I quite like the idea, because this is a haunted hill. Someone did suggest having some of the eyes here, so this looks like a bit more of a menacing mouth. So that might be something we play about with. As you can see, you can't really see too well in the tunnel, which is good. Means less to cover up there. And then as we come up here, you can see some of the greenery and shrubbery, and We've got the hidden side graveyard set. I might actually get a second one of these and not have it built exactly the same, but just have some of the features lying around here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the top here. And then we've got that haunted house there, the haunted house ride, which I really like. I think that looks fantastic. Then the rest of the hillside here, the workers just finishing up for the day there. Just all kind of trying to make that special word there, jagged, rock effect, and then tunnel 2. So as you can see, it's not all tiled inside, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We might put a few extra brick elements along the wall just to cover it up, so it gives it that impression going in. But right now, I'm absolutely happy with how it looks. And then need to think of something to go here that goes in with all this landscape. So if you've got any ideas, guys, please let me know, really. So yeah, that's how it all looks. Let's get the train going again, get that going round nice and steady. Be able to see it come through in a second and go through tunnel 2. There we go, boom, and then through tunnel 1. Ooh. Absolutely loving that now. This is probably now my favourite part of my city. It's my first big Lego project doing myself, without building like a modular itself. So I'm quite proud of it. I'm sure there's better guys out there and better ones out there, but you know, I'm really happy with this for the first effort, guys. Always happy to hear any feedback and comments you might have. And like I said, if you've got any ideas of names for our tunnels, so tunnel 1 and tunnel 2, please let me know. I would love to customize it with the names and stuff in the city. So thank you very much for watching our video there on our haunted hill mountain build. Like I said, this is a video free. We hope you enjoyed seeing how we put it together. But as always, I would love to hear your feedback and comments, guys. Let us know if you've got any ideas, if you think there's anything we can do better, anything a little bit different. Like we said, the mountain is pretty much done now. There's that side to do and a little bit and piece of here and there and stuff like that. But as it stands, I'm happy with that, and we can now move on to another project and just fiddle with it over time. Okay, so like I said, if you want to, please let us know any ideas or comments down below, and we will get back to you. Please as well subscribe to our channel, and also leave a big thumbs up on this video, and also head over to our Instagram at dailies_bricks. So our next video, I think we're well overdue a bit of a city update. So I think what we'll be doing is next week our video will be our Lego City update number 3. Stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Daily's Bricks. Bye.